Hello, beautiful people, lovers of African football and lovers of football in general. Welcome to this brand new channel they call African Football Fan TV, AFF TV. On this channel, we talk all things African football, from the national team side to the club sides in African players playing abroad and the ones playing locally, and all things African football in general. And during the course of the week, 5 African teams were able to qualify for this year's World Cup in Qatar, and a lot of matches were played, and a lot of interesting matches, and a lot of intensive actions all throughout the week. So on this video today, we'll be giving you a review of these matches that were played and how these 5 African countries were able to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar 2022. And also in this video, we'll talk about the teams that have qualified most for the World Cup, and the teams which I feel will do well in this year's World Cup in Qatar. But before we go into today's video, I'd like to thank the management and staffs of Veggies and Grey, who has given us this beautiful place from where this video is coming from right now and where we are shooting this video. And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Support the channel by liking this video if you find it interesting, and also click on the notification bell to keep you updated with content that will be held on this channel, and subscribe and share this video. So first, on today's review, we'll be talking about the match between Cameroon and Algeria. Cameroon were able to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar with just 10 seconds remaining in the match. Algeria were 10 seconds away for qualifying, and Cameroon were 10 seconds away from being eliminated from this year's World Cup in Qatar. But the big man Tuto Ekembe stepped up in the 124th minute to score the goal that was able to see Cameroon qualify for this year's World Cup. Cameroon were actually disappointing in the first leg by losing the first leg at home to the Algerian national team. That was Rigobert Song's first match as the head coach of the Cameroon national team. They lost by 1 goal, but they were able to win the second leg during the 90 minutes by 1 goal, and the match went into extra time. And the Algeria thought they were going to qualify by scoring a late goal in the extra time, which we actually seen them to qualify for this year's World Cup. But Cameroon had other things in mind when the big man Tutu came. They stepped up to score the 9-minute goal, which eliminated Algeria from this year's World Cup. So Cameroon will be representing Africa in this year's World Cup, and we are hoping that Cameroon is going to come up with a good team that's going to fly the African flag very, very well in this year's World Cup in the second match on the preview is the match between Tunisia and Mali. The match actually ended in a 1-goal aggregate, which Tunisia was able to qualify. The first leg was actually where the whole thing really turned up, where Tunisia had a 1-goal win from the first leg away. They scored a 1 goal during the, I think, the 12th minute of play. Moses Sissoko actually put the ball in the back of his own net, and that proved to be costly for the Malian national team, and Mali was unable to qualify for this year's World Cup in Qatar. The second leg ended goalless in the Tunisian stadium, and nothing really exciting could be said about this match. But we are hoping and praying that the Tunisian national team is going to do well, and are going to represent Africa very, very well in this year's World Cup in Qatar. And in my own personal view, I think the Tunisia are really going to put a lot of work together to see them really do well in this year's World Cup, because from the team I'm seeing right now, I really do not feel that the Tunisia have it all, have the capability of going far in this year's World Cup in Qatar. But you never can tell. This is football. Anything is possible in football. They can surprise everybody by coming up and going to the quarterfinals or even the semi-finals. Nobody can tell. But keeping our fingers crossed and hoping and sharing for the Tunisian national team, and Africa will be sharing on the Tunisian national team to do well and represent Africa very well in this year's World Cup in Qatar. And the other match we should be talking about is the match between Morocco and the Democratic Republic of Congo. This match for me is the most entertaining match in the whole of this qualifier. In this match we saw 7 goals aggregates. If you calculate the remaining 4 matches, the remaining 4 matches had just 9 goals, but this particular match had 7 goals aggregate. The first leg actually ended 1-1, and the second leg, Morocco dispatched the DRC by 4 goals to 1. My big boy stepped up, Hakimi, which I'm tipping to do well in this year's World Cup. And Morocco are one of the teams, or actually my favorite teams in the African, which I feel would do well, which I think will represent Africa very well in this year's World Cup, because they have it all, from attack to defense, even to their goalkeeper. They have good players and top players. So I'm rooting for Morocco, and I'm hoping they don't disappoint me, because I have so much faith in the Moroccan national team, because the way they play their football is so swift. They play good football, nice, attractive and attacking football. So I'm expecting Morocco to do well in this year's World Cup, and keeping our finger crossed. Morocco, see you in the quarterfinal and the semi-final, hopefully. And the next match which we'll be talking about is a match between Senegal and Egypt. Senegal and Egypt, this match has it all. This match had it all, from the teeth everywhere, from the first leg. It's just like a repeat of the AFCON final, which was played in Cameroon just a few months ago, where the Senegalese was able to win the AFCON tournament through the penalty shootout, where Sadio Mane scored the winning goal. And this was a repeat, because if you watch the first leg of the match, the Egyptians actually had a 1-goal advantage taken to Egypt. So they were thinking they were going to hold the match to a goalless draw, or even score in the match to see them qualify for this year's World Cup. But as football may have it, the Senegalese had other things in mind. Senegalese, as you remember, are the African champions. So they were able to score a 1 goal during the course of the game, and actually saw the match went into extra time. During my prediction for the week, I thought I said Senegal was going to win by 1 goal to nothing, and the match was going to go into extra time and penalty. Then Egypt was going to win on penalty. Seeing Mohamed Salah scored the winning penalty, but it was the other way around, and Sadio Mane, the big man, the man from Liverpool, actually stepped up the game to score the winning penalty. And Mohamed Salah actually missed the first penalty for the Egyptians. Mohamed Salah, which we all had hope that is going to see see through the qualification and see how Egypt is going to qualify for this year's World Cup, but he missed the first penalty, and his teammate from the Liverpool side, Sadio Mane, actually stepped up to score the winning penalty, and they won on penalty by 3-1. So Senegal is going to be representing Africa as one of the African contingents at this year's World Cup in Qatar. And the last on the list for the on the review is a match between Nigeria and Ghana, which is tagged the Jollof Derby. You see, before I actually talk about this match was overhyped. This match was hyped to the extent that everybody, all the fans were up for it. The Nigerian fans, the Ghanaian fans, they were really up for this match. And the first leg was a very, 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 very disappointing match in my own standard of watching football all through these years, because they never lived up. The match never lived up to the expectation we had. A lot of fans were packed at the Kumasi Stadium. Even where we were watching the match in Vegas and Grey, a lot of fans were really up for the match, but the match was so boring that even the whole of the match, we didn't have up to like 4 attempts on goal from both sides. It was a very, very poor performance from the Nigerian and Ghanaian team. But the second leg was entertaining, because we had so many things to talk about in the second leg. Firstly, the Ghanaian team were able to score in the first half through Thomas Partey. I don't know what Uzo was thinking. I don't know what he was doing, because that shot wasn't that really, really strong for him not to handle. But Partey was able to score the first goal, and that goal being so dicey, being so important in the match, at the end of the day, it was the one that saw Ghana qualify for the World Cup. And before the end of the first half, the Nigerian team were awarded the penalty through the VAR, when Ahmed Lukman was actually fouled in the Ghanaian penalty area, and the big man, the captain of the team, Truce Ekong, stepped up to equalize for the Nigerian national team. And the first half actually ended 1-1 with so many talking points, but that's how far they could go for the first half. In the second half, the match started. Nigeria was thinking they were going to score another goal to see how they could qualify for this year's World Cup. Victor Osimhen actually scored in the match, but was disallowed when the VAR found out that it was actually offside. But as you may have it, the match ended in a 1-1 draw during the 90 minutes, and Ghana was able to qualify through the away goals route. And this away goals route, for my own liking, I really do not like it, but it is what it is. African will still use the away goal route, and that was the reason why Ghana was able to qualify for this year's World Cup, and Nigeria were eliminated. After the match, so many things happened which we will not talk about. The fans of Nigeria were so angry, and I wouldn't want to go into that. But congratulations to Ghana, and congratulations to the 5 African teams who have qualified for this year's World Cup: Cameroon, Morocco, Ghana, Tunisia, and Senegal. These are the 5 African teams who has qualified for the World Cup in Qatar. And these are the teams that will be representing Africa, flying the flag of Africa. And keeping our finger crossed, we are rooting for these 5 African countries to see which one of them is going to go far and which one of them is going to win the World Cup for us one day. A fan during the Nigeria versus Ghana match told me that Ghana is going to win this year's World Cup, and we are all praying, we are all hoping and seeing how the Ghana is going to do that. And in my own observation, I can see that the Ghanaian team is actually improving. This new coach Adu actually improving on this Ghana team, and the pattern of play which they use in defeating Nigeria is something you can write home about, and I believe it's going to continue with the new players bringing into the teams. I think they are going to go far in this year's World Cup. So I want to give you a brief history of the teams which have qualified mostly in the World Cup and have represented Africa mostly in the World Cup. First, we have Cameroon, who will be representing Africa for the 8th time in this year's World Cup in Qatar. And also we have Morocco, this will be their 6th time participating in the World Cup proper. And also we have Tunisia, this is their 6th time also, same with Morocco. And we have Ghana, this is their 4th time of qualifying for the World Cup, and the last on the list is Senegal, this is their 3rd time. Remember, the first time Senegal qualified for the World Cup, they actually shocked everybody by defeating France in their first match. So this year we'll be hoping that the 5 African countries are going to do well. I'm going to break that quarterfinal jinx which no African team has actually passed, and hopefully we're going to see an African team in the semi-final. Praying to God also we see them in the final, and hopefully we lift the African Cup, we lift the World Cup for the African nation. A total of 29 teams have actually qualified for this year's World Cup, and after that 29 teams, we have the 5 African countries also. We remaining 3 spots remaining, which from the South American and Asian side, having 3 teams remaining to qualify from the playoff. And the draw for this year's World Cup will be held tomorrow at Qatar, Doha, precisely by 12 p.m. Eastern African time. So keeping our fingers crossed, we'll try to bring you the draw live. Or if we can't bring you the draw live tomorrow, we'll do a video to talk about the teams and the group which the African teams have found themselves, and what is my expectation for these African teams, and to see which of the African teams have a better group and have a better chances of qualifying for this year's World Cup in Qatar. So the group stage draw will be held tomorrow, as I just said, and tomorrow we'll be bringing you the videos and a review or preview of the teams and the ones we feel will do well in this year's World Cup in Qatar. There you have it, viewers. I think that's the end of our show for today. Like this video if you find it interesting. Click on the notification bell to keep you updated with videos and content on this channel, and leaving your comments, your questions. I'll be in the comment section to reply to your messages and your questions, and to actually reply to your messages and comments. And if there's anything you like, any suggestion you would like to give to this channel, please do leave it in the comment section. We'll attend to it and see how we can make this channel a very, very good one for the African people. And before I go, I want to reiterate again that this channel is basically for the African people and African football. Not just African people, but to bring more light on the African football from the local level even to the international level, even for the leagues in Africa. We want to bring the African football into the map of the world, so people can know African football and see how beautiful we love our game here in Africa. So that's the end of our video. So till I come your way again next time, now say uwe salima na Mungu akubariki. Thank you.